Have you ever said something in a meeting and nobody responded? Or texted someone and they left you unread? Or shared an idea and it was completely overlooked until someone else said the exact same thing and suddenly everyone loved it? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. And here is the truth nobody tells you. Being ignored is rarely about what you said. It is almost always about how you showed up before you even opened your mouth. Today, I am going to show you exactly how to stop being ignored in your career, in your relationships, and in every room you walk into. No gimmicks, no manipulation tactics, just powerful, proven principles that work. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is this. People do not ignore you because you are uninteresting. They ignore you because you have trained them to. Every time you speak in a low, apologetic tone, every time you over-explain yourself, every time you shrink back after making a point, you are sending a signal. And that signal says, you don't have to take me seriously. Humans are wired to respond to confidence, clarity, and presence. When those things are missing, the brain of the person you are talking to actually filters you out, not out of cruelty, but out of habit. The good news? You can reprogram that signal starting today. Here is something most people never realize. Presence is not about being loud. It is not about being the most extroverted person in the room. Presence is about being fully, completely, unmistakably here. When you are distracted, rushing your words, looking around, or hedging every sentence with phrases like, "I could be wrong, but," or "this might be a bad idea, but," you are invisible. Not because of your idea, because of your energy. Try this. The next time you're about to speak, pause for just 1 second. Take a breath. Plant your feet, make eye contact, then speak. That 1 second of intentional pause does something remarkable. It creates anticipation. It tells everyone in the room something important is about to be said, and they lean in. The pause is power. Use it. Now let's talk about words, because the language you use determines whether people listen or tune out. There are two types of communicators in the world. There are apology communicators and there are authority communicators. Apology communicators say things like, "Sorry to bother you, but I just wanted to quickly ask." This is probably obvious, but every one of those phrases shrinks you before you have even made your point. It is the verbal equivalent of walking into a room with your head down. Authority communicators say, "I want to share something important. Here is what I am seeing. I have a question." Full stop. No apology, no disclaimer. Now, this is not about being arrogant. It is about being clear. Clarity is respect for your audience's time and for your own ideas. Here is a challenge for the next 48 hours. Notice every time you add an unnecessary apology or qualifier to your words. Then remove it. Just say the thing. Watch how differently people respond. One of the biggest reasons people get ignored is inconsistency. You show up strong one day, quiet the next.
You share a bold idea in one meeting and then go silent for 3 weeks. You text someone thoughtfully, then disappear for days. Here is what that does. It makes you unpredictable. And unpredictable people are easy to ignore because no one knows what version of you is going to show up. People remember patterns, not moments. If you want to be heard, you need to be someone people can count on to have a point of view, consistently, reliably, regularly. This does not mean you have to perform or pretend. It means you commit to showing up, even when you are tired, even when you feel invisible, even when no one seems to notice yet, because they will. Let's talk about something a lot of people overlook. Being ignored is not just a face-to-face problem anymore. It happens online, in emails, in text messages, in comment sections, in social media posts. And the reason most people get ignored online is the same reason they get ignored in person. They are forgettable. Forgettable emails start with, "Hi, hope you're doing well." Forgettable messages are vague. Forgettable posts say what everyone already thinks. If you want to stop being ignored online, you have to lead with value immediately. Your first sentence should do one of 3 things: surprise, challenge, or solve. If your opening line does not make someone feel something, they are gone. Think about the last email you actually read all the way through. What made you keep reading? I guarantee it was not a generic greeting. It was something that spoke directly to you, or surprised you, or made you think. That is the bar. Set it for yourself every time you communicate, whether it is a text, an email, a post, or a comment.
Here is the counterintuitive truth at the heart of all of this. The people who are heard most are often the ones who listen best. When you truly listen to someone, not waiting for your turn to talk, but actually absorbing what they are saying, something shifts. They feel it. They feel seen. And people who feel seen by you will always come back to hear what you have to say. Most people listen at about 25% capacity. They are distracted, planning their response or waiting for a pause to jump in. When you listen at full capacity, you stand out immediately. You ask better questions. You give more relevant responses. You become someone worth talking to, because conversations with you feel meaningful. Deep listening is not a soft skill. It is a superpower. And it is one of the fastest ways to go from being ignored to being sought out. Last thing, and this one is physical, literally. Your body communicates before your mouth does. Research consistently shows that people who take up physical space, who stand tall, use open gestures, hold eye contact, are perceived as more credible, more confident, and more worth listening to. You do not need to be tall. You do not need to be intimidating. You just need to stop collapsing inward. Stop crossing your arms. Stop making yourself small. Stop looking at the floor when you talk. Lift your chin. Slow down. Occupy the space you are in like you belong there, because you do. When your body says, "I belong here," your voice follows. And when your voice carries that energy, people listen. So, let's bring it all together. To stop being ignored, pause before you speak. Drop the apologies. Be consistent. Lead with value online. Listen deeply. And own your physical space. None of these things require you to be someone you are not. They just require you to stop hiding who you already are. You have something worth saying. The world needs to hear it. Now go make sure it does. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more content like this, subscribe, because we are just getting started. See you in the next one.